What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 20,000 step challenge this week. We on that. This is day 2. But without further ado, let's talk about trash talking online. This is something that it seems like people can't help themselves. Like online, I've noticed everybody is just Billy Badass, right? Everybody's that guy. Everyone's tough. Everyone can, kick the crap out of the next guy. It's just really funny. But then when you look at some of these people profile picture, they PFP, they don't look like they could bust a grape. But man, do they be talking all types of smack online. And I do not understand that, Well, maybe I do. Online makes people feel safer because they will say stuff to people online that they would never say to somebody in person. All right, people say all types of wild and disrespectful stuff to people online, and they would never have that same energy if they were ever confronted by that very person in real life. And I've seen this happen. And they'll be confused by it too. I'll see somebody be talking mad trash online to somebody, okay? They just got all types of garbage to say, right? And then they'll run into that person in real life and they be like trying to be cool, trying to extend a handshake and whatnot and kick it with them. And when the person don't want to mess with them, they confused by this. And it's like, nah, man, don't be confused. All that wild, out-of-pocket stuff you was saying online, keep that same energy. So understand, if you gonna be that guy online talking all types of mad nonsense or whatever, okay, fine. But keep that same energy when you see people in real life. If you was talking about how, you'll kick the crap out of them, you'll end him, all that sort of stuff. Don't be like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it doing? How's it going? All that when you see them in real life. Because that's some really weird stuff. And it's very cowardly, honest. Because what you demonstrating is you fronting. You not that guy. That guy you were trying to perp like you were. You are not him at all. I've seen this too many times. Some of y'all take this internet stuff a little too far. You become somebody that you're not in real life. I'd say, frankly, the majority of people online who talk smack, they're not like that in real life. The majority of them. Just based on where I come from, motherfuckers that was actually tough, they didn't do a bunch of trash talking online. Like, just telling y'all, man. Where I come from, guys that actually was him, guys that was actually like that, they didn't do a bunch of trash talking online. That's how I know that most of y'all not really that guy in real life. Because you go online to behave this way. If you were really that guy, you wouldn't be online talking like this and behaving like this. You'd be out in the streets doing it. But you'll never be out in the streets doing it because you're not that guy. So the trash talking stuff, many of y'all need to reevaluate and scale that stuff back, because you never know who you actually dealing with, right? Like you'll see some trash talking going on between two people, but you don't know where people is at mentally. Eventually, and I hope this doesn't happen, but if you do it to, a little too much, eventually somebody might come see you, and you don't want that, And some of y'all take it even a step further. Y'all get on FaceTime with ops. When did that become a thing? Because I've seen that a few times. Like, y'all get on FaceTime and argue with your ops. How crazy is that? Like, for real, I really want to know when that became a thing, because, I don't do the whole thugging thing. That part of my life, that is long since been over, man. For me, once you have kids, like you gotta become a different person if you want to be around to raise them. You know, if you actually want to see your kids' sweet 16th birthday, if you actually want to see your kids graduate high school, if you actually want to see them get married, you got to become a different guy. You can't be that same guy that you was before you didn't have kids, you know, because you ain't gonna make it. You know, you, especially some of y'all, with the way that y'all are just a little too reckless and too disrespectful. You know, you gotta change some stuff up. But even if you are a person that's in the streets, my recommendation is once you have kids and stuff, you gotta leave that stuff alone. Certain things you just cannot do no more once you become a parent. But yeah, I see y'all getting on FaceTime with ops, and that is so crazy to me, man. Like I wish I would call somebody that I'm beefed out with and we arguing over FaceTime. Maybe this is just y'all generation. Maybe this is a generational thing, because I've said before, y'all younger guys, y'all different. And I'm not saying that in a good way or a bad way. I'm just saying in general, y'all different, man. Because my generation, we didn't do this sort of stuff. We wouldn't think of doing this sort of stuff. This is some really weird behavior. And y'all remember that one rapper, PNB Rock? Now, you know, rest his soul. I'm in no way bashing him because I don't believe in speaking ill of the dead. But I do want to use this example as a teachable moment. You know, I personally had never heard of this guy before he was slain. But he had a daughter and whatnot, and now he not gonna get to see her graduate. He not gonna get to see her get married, all that sort of stuff. You know, this is sad. All over, you know, street stuff. I remember he got on, I don't think it was FaceTime, but it was like IG Live. He got on there with one of his ops, right? And this guy, you could tell this guy just by his demeanor and stuff, he did not mess with him at all. He was pretty much making it known he ain't mess with him. In fact, he told him that him and some other people or something to that effect was looking for him. Like, when they would pull up, basically he was gone. And he's not taking this seriously enough. I'm listening to PNB Rock talk, and you could tell dude is not kidding around. Like, dude, like, if we pull up on you, it's not gonna be the talk. And I don't know if he just trying to seem cool or what, but he just seeming like he playing a little too much. You playing with your ops. That is not wise. You got to take your ops seriously. If you got enemies out here, you must move like you got enemies out here. All right? If you got people that don't like you to where they want to harm you, to where they want to X your life off, you gotta move like that. You cannot be taking people, you know, and their ill intentions of you for granted. But he was on there, he playing with the op. He talking all this smack, he laughing, all this sort of stuff. And the dude asked him more than once, where was he at? You know, because the dude demeanor never really changed. He wasn't laughing and joking or any of that sort of stuff. And PNB Rock was, you know, talking smack to him, and he was like unaffected by any of this smack talk. He wanted to know where he was. He let him know, you know, he was gonna pull up if he knew where he was. So when he was, you know, tragically slain, you know, the first thing that people thought about was when he was on, you know, when he was on IG Live or whatever that app was. He was on a video chat with him, whatever the platform was. He was on a video chat with him. People immediately thought about that he was on video chat with a guy not too long ago that was letting them know that him and some other people was looking for him. Now, people caught up to that dude, and he denied being the one to do anything to him. But of course he would. You know, I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying that even if he was, of course he gonna be like, no, it wasn't me. I don't got nothing to do with that or whatever. Because, I mean, you're not gonna tell on yourself, you know. But that just goes to show you, this is a guy that had enemies, and he really wasn't moving like it. You know, he had what was it, a Roscoe's chicken and waffles in one of the most grimiest parts in you know, the whole LA County area. You know, he's wearing $100,000 plus chain. I don't know if it was like 100,000 or 150,000, but it was a very expensive, flashy chain or whatever. I mean, this is a brother that just really was not taking it seriously, that he had enemies out there, and it ended up costing him. Like, it is quite unfortunate that it ended up costing him, but it did. But this is what I mean about that, y'all. Stop talking smack online. You ain't him. You not him. You never been him. You know, that being the virtual thug or suburban gangster, that stuff ain't it, man. Because if you get out here in the streets, you gonna quickly learn that real life, there is no respawn button. All right, if you get shot down, you gone. It's not like Call of Duty, y'all. You not respawning. You know, so stop playing around out here. Stop talking smack online. Stop trying to troll people, agitate people. Get you some money. Y'all not putting enough time into getting the bag. Y'all spending too much time on stuff like that and not enough time getting the bag. Somebody that's out here on the grind, they don't have time for that online shenanigans stuff. So I hope that lands for who needs to hear it. Appreciate y'all connecting with me. I'm gonna continue on my steps, about to cross the street over here. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, later.